Howdy, howdy, everybody. Bill T from Paint Minis Live here, just coming in and getting ready to stream again. Um, I've been off for a little while working on some things in the background. Um, got a couple of announcements to put out there. I haven't put the banner up yet due to the announcement. Paint Minis Live has finally put out a Discord for everybody that's into miniature painting, RPGs, lore talk, you name it, probably there. That's within the gamer-centric hobbies. Talk about Star Wars lore if you wanna. You can show off your minis, and there's a mini showcase section there. You can chat it up in the general chat. Bunch of great stuff in there, as well as I put together a little subscriber section. If you want to subscribe to the channel, it's like $10 a month. I'll be putting on. I'm hoping to be doing weekly painting streams, like group painting streams on there for subscribers. So whenever I get one, that's when it'll start. But I have a stage in there where you can ask me questions live while I'm painting in a subscriber-only kind of little area there, and get whatever questions via techniques or model building, whatever kind of questions that you have. If I have the ability to answer them, I'll answer. Couple people already in there. I sent out some early invites to some of the old friends of the show, the Dungeon Minister, Bill Sylvie, the Dungeon Delver, RPG Grandma. Bunch of that crew is kind of funneling in there. Cal's in there. Got a bunch of people in a little bit early so we could test the waters, so to speak, with some of the protocols that are in there, because it's all set up to make sure that everybody's safe and sound and happy. So don't be surprised if you gotta put in a reCAPTCHA or something like that to get into the Discord. So I'll put that banner up so you can get the link. It's in the description now too, I believe, if I saved that correctly. But you can use that link to go ahead and get into the PML Discord server. Some other news. Todd, a longtime friend of the show, he had a death in his family, so send a nice message his way, but give him a little time. So I'm kind of sad to hear that. As well as Dungeon Minister put out a live stream about Clericon, and what he's doing for Clericon. If you are interested and you're not too far away from good old Canada, where the Dungeon Minister is, he has this kind of old school style gaming convention going on out there, and I will have to make sure I have the details right. I had it in my head when I started streaming, but he's got that going on. You can check his live stream for more details on that. His kid is running a game of some kind of like World War I themed game, World War II themed game, I believe. And he's got a lot of great stuff going on there. Some other big name dungeon masters are going to be there, and there's prizes and maybe an auction. And one of the prizes I'm providing is a free paint up for a character size mini. All you got to do is ship it to me. I'll take care of the return shipping. So a lot of value there. Apparently there's a dinner too. I mean, it sounds like he's got something real good cooking under the hood. So excited to hear all of the stories that come out of Clericon. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you coming. We are working on the Horde of the Damned for the Dungeon Minister, who he's got this Honeywood campaign for his role-playing game. So we have been painting up a ton of these little skeleton guys that, let's see if I can get you to focus. A ton of these little skeletons that I've weathered up and kind of painted up here. Kind of spooky, scary skeletons. But we painted up like almost, well, it's like 28, I think, total, last time I counted and tried to remember. But I thought about it and I was like, man, the Horde of the Damned, it needs, it needs something. It needs something. It's a cool looking skeleton army. There's tons of them. Here, I'll just show you the tray of models. Carefully now. Carefully. All of these are part of the Horde. So there's that. We've got just tons of them on here. I was doing a little short video on them. So I had them on my little spinny wheel. But we painted all those up. It was a lot of work. But they're basically kind of done now. I do want to make their eyes glow. And unfortunately, the company that I was going through for this fluorescent paint that would show up with like a UV flashlight or something, they canceled my order due to lack of stock. It was already kind of going on being a late order, and I was like, oh, I guess that's fine. I can handle it. Like, I've seen other companies, they have late orders every now and then, and it doesn't bother me. It's fine. It's just everybody's doing business, and sometimes things can get hectic and get dropped under the floor or whatever, and your order might be late. That's fine by me. But they had to cancel it due to lack of product. I guess they thought they had one bottle left, and they don't have one bottle left. So I went to a local game store. I got it on special order. It's not going to be here for a while. But what I can do is I can put down a basing color to put under it so that, because the color itself is so kind of translucent, I can put a basing color under it to give it a bit more oomph when you actually shine a light on it, and it'll turn up that color. So we're gonna make their eyes glow tonight with an airbrush and do some source lighting. What else do I have for announcements? Oh, that's right. My train of thought likes to go everywhere. For the Horde of the Damned, I was like, man, there is something definitely missing. And I thought to myself, well, any good army has a good general leading it. That's what kind of makes epic armies. So I went out and while I was at that gaming store, I ended up picking up this, I think it's from like the Fantasy Warhammer range, but I picked up this guy, this skeleton lord or something on a horse, and I was like, all right, yep, now we have our general for our Horde of the Damned, which is mucho bueno. I am not going to be I'm not going to be assembling this fully because it needs to make its way all the way to Canada, and I just don't think this because he's got this lance that kind of goes on his arm, or his hand here, kind of like a so. I guess it's kind of hard to show, but yeah, he's holding a lance, a big old lance, and it looks really cool. But I'm pretty sure this would bust off in shipping, no question about it. I'm almost 100% certain it's gonna get busted off. So I'm gonna leave it on the sprue and paint it on the sprue, and then I just cut a little bit there, and then when I send it to him, I'll just he'll have to just cut the sword off, or the lance off the sprue here, and put that like glue the hand onto the model or whatever. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun for him anyways. But well, with that being said here, I'm going to take my pie plate of skeletons, and I've got they had like, what was it? Maybe 6 different colors of this UV paint, and it was like a red and a yellow, and then a green and a blue, but they didn't really have, like, I was hoping for maybe like a minty green, this kind of ghouly green color. That's really getting washed out. There we go. Let's see. Can you focus, camera? I believe in you. There you go. Kind of, sort of. but it's a pale green. Kind of looks like a ghouly green, something you put on a ghost. Anyways, I was thinking about doing that to start with, but then this other color is basically like a lime green, so we're gonna do it lime green. It's gonna look a bit more high fantasy than I wanted it to, but that's just fine. I think it'll come out all right. I got bright yellow green on the shaker that I just got done with, and as you can see, it's a pretty obnoxious yellow. I think it'll work out just fine. That being said, I'm going to clear out the spray booth here real quick because I happen to just be a bit of a messy painter. And we will get to doing up some of these skeletons. Now, I think I'm going to put you guys right over here. We'll take them out kind of one at a time style and paint them up. I'm going to get the camera set up for the spray booth here. Let's make sure I didn't forget the... Nope, okay. I'm going to get the spray booth set up, and then we're going to bop some tunes. There we go. Right down in there. Let's see if it's going to kind of fix itself on the... There we go. Oh, hey! Paint something purple for you. How's it going, Ian? Good to see you. Ian was running a campaign for his folks, and I was part of it. And it was a good time. Ian's a great dungeon master. But thanks, man. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Have fun with your D&D prep. I'm not sure if I'm going to be painting any purple tonight, but if I do, I will let you know, and we'll do it up special. This camera isn't focusing, and I think it's because it's not low enough to the ground. So we're just gonna fix that real quick. Here we go. Let's get you a good angle there. Nice. Wonderful. I'm gonna get the spray booth going here. There's our trusty airbrush. Here's our paint. We need our special sauce, a little airbrush flow improver for our minis. So oh, okay. That's what's going on. Sorry about the crazy sound effects there. I'm gonna get some tunes rolling here, and we'll start walking through how to do a little source lighting, like real simple source lighting on these bad boys. All right. So step number one in this process here, I'm just gonna get a little bit less on the music there. All right. So the perfect white noise for the background. Yeah, I can't really do much about the actual fan part unless if I want to like breathe in all this paint. Cool beans. But wouldn't that be great to fall asleep to? Say hi to Lydia for me, all right? Hey, Frost and Fists. How's it going? How's it going? Always a pleasure to see you in here. We're getting ready to do some source lighting on these skeletons. We have a Discord, by the way, Frost and Fists. We got a Discord now. You can see it on the... Oh, you're in there too, just scrolling across the screen right now. I put you in the little Friends of the Channel section. But we got... we finally got that together after much agony, as I'm kind of a tech-inept millennial. How you doing tonight? Alright. Just gonna put about 6 drops of Pt.8 in the brush here. Maybe a bit more of a... There we go. I also picked up... I'm not huge on the Citadel color stuff, but I did pick up their Mordant Earth technical paint. Kind of a gravelly basing material in black, and we're going to be using that a little bit later on to base these boys. So we're going to grab ourselves some of this bright yellow green from Monument here. Doing a 50-50 mix between Pt.8 and this green here. Okay, that should be good on our backflow here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, so now kind of just checking the consistency. We're looking fine. Now I just gotta dial back this knob here on the back of the airbrush. Some of these airbrushes have them. This knob is gonna dial back how much paint I can actually push through the brush at any one time. So I'm just gonna dial that down till it's all the way at the end of its throw. Bring it back just a hair because I don't want to overspray this on the model and just blow it up. I want it to be just thin passes. That'd do it. All right, so here we go, friends. I'm gonna very carefully try and so just as kind of an example, this is what we got here. Let me actually keep them under the light. Maybe move the camera here. This is kind of what we're looking for. Just a bit of a green gooey glow going on in there. Just on their brow, but make them kind of look like they've got that green glow going on. And we'll go back with a brush too and get them there. kind of thinking about Reese. Oh, hey, how's it going? Okay, gotcha. All right. Thanks for the heads up there, Dungeon Delver. Let's go get the glow. All right, let's see if I can maybe do this a little differently. Do maybe more of a bit of a top down. Yeah, basically, these guys have been kind of a work in progress, but you can kind of see here what it's turned out to be. It's basically an entire bulk paint. There's like 28 of these guys, plus their general that I just picked up too. Good to see a Dungeon Minister, as always. I'm not really getting the kind of result I want on the helmet boys. They're kind of just fogging over. So I'll have to leave the helmet boys as is. I'll have to leave them for actual brushwork, I think. I mean, these guys with just the regular skeleton heads, not so bad. Yeah, I don't think that's working out quite right. They're all gonna get a little a bit better kind of representation. I'm just trying to get just the idea that they're glowing. So not half bad, kind of a necrotic glow going on. But I think I'll have to go with a brush over anybody with a helmet. Those guys are just, it's such a small area to spray. I mean, their eyes are basically the size of a pinhead. It's tiny. Again, just a little glow. So Ian, these figures are going out to the Dungeon Minister, who he does a family game session. Yeah, they have a mission. He does a family game session, and then what he does is he puts the recap of the game in this really cool like storyteller form, and he puts them on YouTube. It's hilarious. It's great fun. But these skeletons are hopefully, anyways, I'm pretty sure they will be in the Honeywood campaign that he's currently running for his two boys and wife, I believe. So that is their their current objective. So this is probably maybe a bit better of an example of what we're trying to work on here. Although the camera's really not doing it justice. But yeah, Ian, I think you would find that a heck of a lot of fun watching the Dungeon Minister stuff. He's got some great things. Also, if you're interested in old school RPG, like back when it was AD&D, go check out the Dungeon Delver, because Bill Sylvie, my friend over there, dude is huge on the old school RPG scene, and he has a lot of he does a live stream and has a lot of good talking points, and really goes through a lot of the old history of Dungeons and Dragons, and it's just he's kind of a nerd encyclopedia. At least that's what I call him. But Mr. Bill Sylvie's a lot of fun too. I think you'd like his stuff. I personally have been digging into Frost and Fist stuff. I watched Freak's airbrush review between Iwata and Badger the other day, but I've been digging into their stuff for some of that 40K itch. And both of them are just hilarious. Got just a little bit of tip dry going here. Yeah. Alright, let's take care of the needle here real quick. If you need any help learning there, Mr. Sylvie, you got a free line to me. I painted up Mr. Sylvie's red dragon for his okay, gotcha. You used a 0.5 needle on those airbrushes. Okay, gotcha. Because I was wondering, I was like, yeah, they're gonna get kind of a different spray pattern depending on what the needle size is, which might kind of affect the results. But I mean, overall, though, it was a pretty, it was a great, I guess, user review of each one. But yeah, if you need any help with the airbrush stuff there, Dungeon Delver, you let me know. I'll help you out. So if I was going to be, this is a bit more of speed paint or batch paint, so I'm being a little more loosey-goosey than I usually would. I am aiming at a really small target. I mean, do I have anything I could really compare that to that would make any kind of sense? Not really. Oh well. Just trust me that it's a tiny target. Get another kind of close-up view here, so you can see a bit more. So yeah, you can kind of get the idea there that his eyes are kind of glowing. Go through with a brush too, and get that, push that green all the way back in there if the airbrush missed it. What the airbrush is really good at, though, is making the spray pattern a little bit like further, like the cone of paint. It kind of, from the needle, it pushes it outward. So it's kind of a great way to get a glow effect. Yeah, right. For those of us, the less initiated of us who might be watching this, who run stuff in, 75 millimeter minis or something like that, 75 mil scale art scale minis or something. This is the nozzle cap on the airbrush itself. You can actually see the needle on the camera there. I'm gonna try and stick it right next to his eye, and you can see just how small a hole that really is. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday night. There was some nice rain that came through my neck of the woods here, and I had to go out and bask in it for a little bit. Kind of because I like it, and the other part was because I ran out of beer and had to go find me some more beer. But that was kind of fun. It is really hard to hit that target. Those Oktoberfest beers? Oh yeah, you know it. Hey Cal, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, I had two of them. I bought a whole keg of Oktoberfest from, I think it was Liftbridge Brewing. I bought a whole keg of Oktoberfest from Liftbridge, and I love Oktoberfest beers. They're so good. The good old pumpkin spice latte as well. I had to get one just to be, every year I gotta try one just to see what all the everybody raves about. I got one from Caribou, and not half bad. I usually just do it for the memes, but, the lime green isn't turning out half bad. I just like like to hear the audience reaction. Lime green for the eyes. I mean, I don't think it's turning out half bad. I don't think it's turning out half bad though. It kind of works with their green tunics or whatever, the little loincloths I got. Oh boy, dang. That is big bummer. Yeah, oof. Also, Delver, if you didn't hear, you might want to toss Tonka Todd a little message. He had he had a unexpected death in the family too, so I'm kind of thinking about him tonight too. I sent him a message myself, but he's been a huge supporter of this show, and poor guy. It's no fun, man. So I'm gonna call this technique the Gary Green Eyes, or the Ernie Green Eyes. Gygax Green Eyes? There you go, something like that. We'll do a little commemoration. Okay, there you go. Okay, gotcha. The junior. Yeah, Frost and Fists. You know, a good pumpkin spice. I actually kind of like it. I will be that guy and put that out there. I do like myself a good pumpkin spice. So I'm barely opening up the trigger on this airbrush when I'm going through on these, just like a slight amount. It's almost nerve-wracking, because if you put out too much paint, you'll end up with just this giant splatter on their face. Nobody likes a giant splatter on their face. Well, I take that back. Innuendos aside. What, is he, like, did Ernie have some health problems before there, Mr. Delver? Or is this kind of just some big news? Oh yeah, from Frost and Fist. Hey, when you guys streaming Darktide, Frost and Fist, because I want to watch that. You guys are hilarious playing Space Hulk, that video game Space Hulk. You guys were hilarious doing that. I want to see you guys play Darktide. Oh man. Yeah, that's no bueno, Dungeon Delver, about Ernie. You know, modern medicine is quite a blessing, though, and I wish him the best. Yeah, I just did it, folks. Let's see if I can clean any of that up before it gets too far. I kind of got it with my glove, but I hit him right in the face. We got the money shot. Keep splatters off your endo. I will, Father, I will. Man, it's a tough stream tonight. We got Ernie getting lifeline to the hospital. We got poor Todd, and then Cheese too. Not Cheese. Poor Cheese, man. But the good news is that we've got the Paint Minis Live Discord is up in full swing. So the link is in the description, as well as the in the ticker down there. So if you haven't, go ahead and join that. I'm looking at you, Frost and Fist. I want to see you in there, man. I want to see you and Freak's paint ups when they happen. You know what I mean? I can't help myself. You guys had some good looking Space Marines out there. Oh yeah, I'm sure. You know, G-Dubs keeps putting out their stuff. Shoot. Another money shot, friends. Let's try and get that off of you. Oh my gosh. I'm looking like a novice over here. I really am. It's not so bad now. Sorry, I'm just trying to clean them up. I another money shot right to the face. Whack. I don't want their whole face to be green, just their eyes. Depending on let's see here, how long we're going for here, I might have time to prime up their general. I don't know what to call him yet, but since Bill had the red dragon was named Mr. Snuffles, I think we must honor our tradition and come up with a hokey nickname for the general of the Legion of the Damned, just to spread out the pain a little bit. So if you have any good names, hokey names for the general, put them in the chat. We'll figure out what he should be named. Oh yeah, I know, Cal. I can't thank you enough. Cal's gonna send me some orcs and some dwarves to paint here. I'm pumped for that. And then I appreciate the pics too there, Mr. Sylvia, of the. It's not called an observer, Billy. Don't call it an observer. Beholder. That's what it is. It's a beholder. Yes. But thanks for the pics of the beholder so that I can paint TJ's up. I wasn't sure what that model looked like without right off the bat, so I do appreciate the picture of that. That's a cool looking model, real old school looking thing. General Hospital, General Electric. Oh, that's good. General Mills. I think we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. All of those are pretty good names. Alright, the rest of these guys got helmets, so I think we're kind of done with the airbrush for now. So I'm just gonna clean this guy out. Ooh, you look like you could use a dump there, Rinse Cup. That is kind of gross. And now we're just gonna make the witch's brew even dirtier with the with our color cup here. I'm just gonna flush it. Grab me a brush I really don't care about too much. I'm gonna clean up the color cup so that I don't have to worry about it later. Drink it? Yeah, I bet that would taste so good. It would taste like limeade with a mix of oil paints, and I'm pretty sure that would be not great for me. I think after they're done with I don't think I would be able to handle myself there too well, Cal. I'm gonna get the discard. It's pumpkin spice. Yeah, definitely pumpkin spice. Gonna unscrew the back of this bad boy here. And I'm just literally dumping water straight from the color cup into this discharge pot. This cleans off the needle, anything that's left in the chamber there. Okay, airbrush is clean. Put you over there. Now we can get our favorite helmet boys out, and we're gonna do up some just standard good old with a brush painting like Grandpa used to do it. Back when Grandpa was painting miniatures with nothing but a stick made of hair pulled from the back of the nape of his neck or something. I don't know how old people would have painted in caveman days, but I think tonight is Mango Blonde. I'm drinking Mango Blonde from Big Wave Brewing. We've got some good brews. So these, we're gonna get our helmet boys prepped up. Yeah, horse and nose hair combo. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I wonder if the Dungeon Delver is still around. I was gonna ask him what he does with his weekends when he's not streaming. Like, what does he do with himself? I kind of ask him what happens with the man behind the curtain. Dude is a streaming machine, though. Tell you what. I'm gonna take a look at our brushes here. I wait. You just sit. I just. Bill, the only thing I can think of, as soon as I saw I wait, it's just literally you sitting down in your basement. It's pitch black, and you're just sitting there staring at the camera, waiting for Monday night at like 7:30, 8 o'clock to roll around, and then it does. And for some reason, all the lights are set on a timer. They just turn on, and you're like, "Hey, it's the Dungeon Delver." Waiting for Monday night. Do I want to use a brush that big? That is, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could just kind of stick it in their eye hole, hope for the best. We're definitely gonna have to use a smaller brush. There ain't no way. Methinks. Anyways. Infravision doesn't work. Hate. When are you guys playing Conflict again there, Bill? I want to play Conflict. I want to play Conflict with you guys. And I was wondering, Dungeon Minister, are you doing another video before ClariCon starts up? Is there another Honeywood update coming out, or are we just kind of gonna wait till after ClariCon is over for more updates? Okay, gotcha. He's out another week, huh? Alright. I sure will. I don't really know how else to kind of get it in there without the airbrush, but I just stick it in their eyes and rub it around. It's like being a mean schoolyard bully on these guys, I'm telling you. Oh, nice. Good. Well, you know I always get excited for your updates. Making stuff, man. It's always wholehearted, wholesome family fun, and I'm all about it. Sarah or Miss PML, she's always like, oh man, there must be an update video out because I haven't seen you crash on the couch like that in a while. So this green is definitely, I've thinned this down quite a bit for these dudes in helmets, just because I just could not hit my mark on something that small with them. But I'm essentially just pooling it in their eyes, and as it dries, it's going to go to the recesses. How's the D&D stuff going there, Ian? How's the prep work? Carefully now, friends. Now the fun thing is that this is just the basing color. When the UV paint comes in, I got to do this all over again. So that hopefully when you get them Dungeon Minister, you can flick the lights off and scare the bejesus out of everybody as they see tons of little green eyes in the black light. This definitely got a lot more high fantasy when you put the glowing eyes on him. Oh yeah, black light bulbs for Halloween. Ain't that nice? I didn't even think about that. I was like, he's gonna have to like find a flashlight or something. Is that all of them? Is that really? I was expecting that to take a lot longer. That's... I just want to make sure I'm not missing Carl or something, you know? Oh, there's Carl. Carl was hiding out in the background. I was taking pictures of Carl earlier. Nice. All right. So there's the green glowy eyes on our skeletons. We got them. We got them done. The eagle has landed. For all you fine folks following along. Basically, the only thing that needs to be done with these skeletons now is they gotta go and get sealed with matte varnish. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that in one big chunk outside. I don't want to spray that in here because all I've got is this massive, giant spray can of just acrylic matte, and I don't want to spray this in there. It's just gonna fog the room. Like the airbrush spray booth can handle a decent amount of cubic feet per minute, but I think. This has got to be a lot for it to handle, so I'm gonna do that outside, and that's got to be in the daylight. So I'm gonna do that a different day, and that's gonna kind of just be a me project. We're not gonna stream that. It's got a C for Carl. No, seriously, it's got a C under it for Carl. That's what I did. I'm one step ahead of you there, Dungeon Minister. What are we looking at? We got an hour. We're doing an hour. What can we do? Can we get the horsey primed up? I mean, I guess so. That's kind of boring though. I kind of want to save that hour. I'm running out of time with the StreamYard thing. For the free plan, so I think I'm gonna call it there. We could do a little I'll just do another couple showcase pick-me-ups, and then the next stream I'm gonna save that hour after the General Mills or whatever we want to call him is primed. We'll do an hour worth of painting on him, and I'll try and have it so that he's based and done with ahead of time. But these guys turned out really well. I think this is going to be a great addition to your story there, Dungeon Minister, and they definitely exceeded my own expectations and what I could do with just a simple skeleton. So thanks for I think you had kind of touched on that when was the first, I think it was the first stream I did for Azarath the Dragon, where it was getting primed. But I asked everybody what their favorite General Panic. General Confusion. There you go. General Confusion. I like that one. General Confusion. That's what we'll name it. General Confusion. I'm now set on that name. That's gotta be. Yep. That's a great name, by the way. But I think it was you that you were talking about skeletons being your favorite creature or whatever, and I would have never really painted skeletons otherwise. So I appreciate the opportunity to paint up some skeletons. I'm gonna do a quick base op here real quick. We're gonna come back here. Come on down here. We're gonna do this up real quick. We're gonna do this. Try out this Mardant Earth real quick on one of these bad boys, and we're just gonna see what it do, because I haven't worked with these before. This was newer stuff than from when I was 40K'ing and actually using any kind of Citadel product. So we're gonna do a quick base me up. I'm gonna use maybe a different brush to come to think of it. We're gonna use ye old Ernie scrub brush. This brush has been through heck and back. Oh, what? I thought it had sand in it. Somebody told me it has sand in it. This doesn't have sand in it. Is this a crackle? Crackle medium based thing? Oh, it is like sludge. The heck is this stuff? Who makes this? This is like oh, this has to be some kind of crackle based thing. Do I have to go in there and like mess it up? Oh no, oh, that was a bad idea. Don't stick your brush totally in the pot. Oh my god, what the heck? It's like tar. We're gonna, yeah, I haven't used this before, but we're just, for the sake of science, we're gonna see what happens here. We're gonna let it out on the, I have a feeling this is some kind of crackle product. That is really weird. And also, it's really hard to get off your brush. The heck is this stuff? I have a feeling it's gotta be some kind of tar or something. At least it feels that way. This is abhorrently... Sorry about that. It is thick. Okay, cool. Frost and Fists, I'm so happy you're here. So it is actually a crackle paste. All right, hold on. The music's got to go down. I got to learn from some friends. Okay. Now, hear me out, Frost and Fist. For what I was thinking about doing with this stuff was, you know, now that you told me you can put it on thin and it crackles, can I put a color down underneath it and then put a thin coat of this Mardant Earth or whatever and have the other colors show through it? Or will it just kind of just not work that way? Maybe it'll stain it. I'm not sure. Well, what do you think? I'm gonna refer to your professional opinion. It sounds like you've got some experience with this stuff. That is just wild. Okay, so it's like a... So PVA like kids glue? Or like... I don't actually... Do I have any PVA down here right now? I don't think I've got any PVA down here right now. So I could put this varnish on them, I suppose. Protect the undercolor. So I should paint them now then, is what you're saying. I should paint these bases up now with the color I want, and then put that over the top, right? I appreciate you being here. Because I had no clue. They told me at the shop. I maybe this was just somebody who wasn't, you know, it's supposed to be in the paint department that day, and they were just trying to, you know, get through it. But they told me that like it came with like dirt in it and whatnot. But I guess I can probably just paint up their bases this lime green color and then have it show through the cracks, because that would be freaking awesome. Which was what I was hoping to do before. I went to the shop, and they didn't have the Vallejo crackle medium that I was looking for, and I tried to poke around and figure out if I could use something from Citadel that was similar, and I guess they were right. Let's get another scrub brush here. And I guess we'll do some basing for a little while. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was like, it wasn't, was it Mardant? No. I think it was Mephiston. All the Mephiston stuff was, they told me had like this gravel texture going on. Yeah. Right. Nice. Okay, yeah. That was, that's kind of the effect that I wanted to achieve with it. So I'm happy I picked up this bottle. We're already 1 point ahead. So that is a-okay with me. That it doesn't have any dirt in it. Because I was hoping that, I wanted to make a base for these things that looked like it was devoid of life. Like the life had been sucked from it or something. And then the whatever is causing them to animate is just seeping into the earth and messing it up. Or some such storyline that I tell myself to sleep at night. But that was kind of what I was hoping to achieve with the bases here, was some effect similar to that. So that's yeah, nice. And I could see that being really cool for Eldar. Black Magic Craft accidentally sealed some terrain with satin gloss rather than matte. I wonder why it looks so shiny. Yeah. Why does my ancient castle look like a new car? Oh, well, we were just discussing how this one particular Citadel product works. Apparently, it's a crackle paint that I picked up in black, and so Frost and Fist just told me that I gotta protect the undercoat with like a PVA glue, or I'm gonna do a. I suppose I could probably just pick up the glue and do it that way. You think it would work similar with a matte varnish? Because that's all I have on hand is just matte. Hopefully it will. I'm gonna need a lot more paint than I originally had. I watched your goblin tank build the other night there, Dungeon Minister. That was pretty good fun. I thought it was kind of ingenious how you used what was it, cereal box? Just cut little pieces of cereal box as tank armor for goblins. That was pretty cool. Got some serious crafting skills going on, my guy. Crackle paint on. So it's grippy. Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. I'm still waiting for the UV paint to show up. So if I can find some gloss varnish, I'll pick up a little bottle of Vallejo gloss varnish to put on these guys. It'll be all right. You know what I'm actually gonna do? I think I might. Just screw it. I'll just paint them all green. Well, that's good to know. I have no prior experience with this Morden Earth color. It's just outside my realm, but I do appreciate it. I mean, I know, like, Citadel, you know, they've come out with some of their speed paint stuff. They've come out with some other technical colors, some more specialty, I suppose, use case paints and whatnot. But I just haven't kept up with it is my problem. I switched my entire stuff, all my paints and stuff, all over to Monument when they started hitting the scene because they're I really like their paint. Their paint is pretty top notch, and it's really affordable too, which I'm, you know, I like that as well. But they, in my mind, they make quite a good product, and I have a hard time justifying paying almost $9 a pot now on Citadel paints. Yeah, well, I've got some ultraviolet green coming for these guys, and depending on how it works out, Cal, I'm definitely going to be doing some UV stuff on them too. I'm hoping it works out like I wanted to. It's just a product I haven't tried before, so I'm not going to get my hopes too far up for it. At worst, we've already painted the eyes, so it won't matter. At the best, it looks really freaking cool, and I'm gonna have to go and buy the whole set of miniature fluorescent paints from Green Stuff World, which would not be a bad problem. I will always take more paints. Now they kind of look more woodland, but they're gonna have a black base over the top. Hey, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it. I am looking forward to talking to you soon, man. Yeah, say hi to Lydia for me. All right, take care. What up, bud? Ian's a lot of fun. He got me right back into D&D after quite a hiatus. Had so much fun playing a alcoholic dwarf in his campaign. I found a horn of bottomless valor, and I was a kind of alcoholic, bigoted dwarf who was slightly racist towards halflings because they were smaller than myself. I was more of the comic relief of the campaign, so to speak. It always led me into a whole mess of trouble, which the party would then have to figure out how to fix. But apparently I had been cloned so many times that the original clone was stuck in jail. They broke the original clone out, and after my character had passed away, and they liked him a lot more. Neckbeard the Honorable was his name. But we had great fun. Do you guys have any memorable characters or whatnot from your days of yore? Or maybe even recently, something you're recently playing? As I continue to paint these guys out of focus. There we go. By the way, I hope everybody's getting into the Discord just fine. I haven't heard anything so far of I can't get in from the invites or whatever. I set it so that it should be around forever. But if you're having trouble getting in, let me know. Via YouTube here or on Discord too. Night, Ian. I'm gonna check that out real quick. Just make sure nobody's having troubles. Oh, nice. I can't wait to work on those orcs, Cal. I'm just seeing some pictures from the Discord of Cal's orcs that he's working on as I just like painted my phone. It's got a little speck of green on it now. Oh well. But I just wanted to make sure everybody was getting in there all right. It looks like a bunch of people are shuffling in. I've had to tell the auto moderator that it's not a raid like 3 times now. Which is good. I'm so happy everybody's in there. Roscoe, the overly confident first level magic user. His spells will never backfire. Trust him. He's a first level magic user. He's basically an expert. You did an NPC in one of your campaigns named Deckard. Campaigns was based around Dragon Age, but the character Deckard was based around Fizban from Dragonlance. Okay, all right. There's a feisty, addled-brained wizard who had forgotten more magic than the party would ever know. Now that sounds like somebody who I'd like to party with. Not gonna lie, I probably would like to party with that guy. A wizard with basically dementia? Sign me up. Yeah, this is looking very old school Dungeons and Dragons with the just flat green, like lime green painted bases. This is looking very, very old school at this point. But it's okay. I'm down with that. I know what it's going to look like in the end, but I mean, it just looks very, very old school war gamey with that just lime green bases. I think I'm gonna do like one more of these guys, and then I'm gonna call it a day. because I'm looking forward to dinner here pretty soon. I've been so busy trying to write music so I don't have to rely on these kind of non-copyright streaming playlists, which I have to just kind of hope that they don't have copywritten music on. But I've been busy working on music, and I haven't gotten to feeding myself yet. So we have made some serious progress. Doing the eyes, that took a little bit. Wow, that black stuff is just wild. It's like it looks the same way in the bottle as when you try and get it off your brush in your rinse well. It looks like that's just the exact same. It's just a giant sludge on the bottom. That is quite interesting. I don't know what chemist came up with that and said, this is for mini painting, but I guess high five, buddy. You made something. I had a pretty big lunch, so there's something. Yeah, grass, bright green grass. But say thank you all for coming to tonight's stream. Again, share the Discord with your friends, your family, your pets, pets. The wizard who's addled brain down the street. Maybe a couple of homeless folks, if they're interested in Paint Minis Live. You know, just whoever you want to send it off to, please do. I'd like to have a nice welcoming community for everybody. But for tonight, I think that is about it for me. I'll make sure to put up the next stream when I'm able here, and we will talk to you guys again really soon. Thanks again for supporting the channel and coming and chatting. Good to see you, Frosted Fists, the Dungeon Minister, the Dungeon Delver, Calvinoni. Good to see you, Ian Peters. Thank you very much. And I've been your host, Drew Carey. This has been Whose Line Is Anyways. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Good night.